How are you feeling? John Riggs here with the new Atari 2600 Plus. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time. You see, I grew up with the 2600. I didn't get an NES until like later. So when I heard that there's going to be an official Atari product, HDMI ready, I was very curious about it because I am seeing Atari games more and more at area conventions. So I'm curious to check this out. They sent over a small box, Atari did, that had the console, and it looks like there's some games in there too. I also have a small stack of games over here I'm going to test it out with. There's a Homebrew, there's a mystery game, and more. And when I say there's a mystery game, I mean it's literally a mystery game. I have no idea what this is. It was handed to me at a convention a while back, so it's like, well, I'll give it a shot. Fun box. Love the color scheme there. Experience the beginning of the home console video gaming. Experience the beginning of home console video gaming. Okay, I put an extra word in there that didn't need to be there. So it comes with the 2600 Plus, comes with a joystick, 10 games in one cartridge. That's good news. Got the HDMI cable as well as a power cable. So many consoles today don't include the power cable, so there you go. And the 10 games in one have some of my absolute favorites on it, like Haunted House. Adventure is definitely a favorite of mine. Yar's Revenge, played a lot of that. We're playing video pinball all the time too. Cool. Very, very good. Oh, of course you gotta have combat. Gotta have combat. Let's look at the other games they sent too. They also sent over a copy of Berserk for the 2600. I certainly played a ton of this when I was growing up. A game called Mr. Run and Jump. This is a new Atari game. Like, brand new. Like not just new, but I mean, it's like a new game for Atari 2600, officially from Atari. I love that there are people still making like new games for older consoles. And then there's also a 4 games in one cartridge, and this one includes the paddle controllers. Got Breakout, Canyon Bomber, Night Driver, and Video Olympics. All right, I remember playing a lot of Breakout growing up too. So there you go. I love it. The console that started it all, you can play 2600 games and 7800 games on this. HDMI, widescreen mode, and this is available right now. You can actually literally order it right now. When you open it up, that's what it looks like. It looks a little smaller than the original 2600, but I could be wrong. I forgot how clean these could look. Still has the wood paneling on it though, so you gotta love that. And then the back has things like difficulty settings, and then there's also like the stretch screen mode. Kind of tells you how long ago this thing was made, when they had the option for if you were playing it on a black and white television, which were extremely common in those days. Not everybody had a color TV. Just the way it was. This the game. It is the control, oh, and more stuff. HDMI, here's the power cord. The power is the USB to USB-C, looks like. So I'm still a little weirded out, if that's the right word, where, you know, I still think the power cord should go into a wall adapter, but, you know, so many people are using those multi-USB taps, which are probably safer. You know, or, I mean, just about every television has a USB adapter to it, where you just plug the USB in, and then with this, you know, like the USB-C, I can just swap it out for whatever I'm playing. This here has to be, okay, so this is the game. Here you go, there's the game that it comes with, and it has these dip switches on the back. That lets you, when you change the dip switch, that's what game it is. That's a fun idea. I kind of like that. This custom packaging here. Okay, and then here's the joystick. There we go, joystick, perfect. I do kind of wish it had like the, so you actually know when you're going up and down and all that, but yeah, love this. Brings back all the fond memories. Nice long cord, which will be perfect for me. Let's see here. USB right here for the power, and then good news, it is standard HDMI. Sometimes the consoles will have like HDMI mini, and you're like, oh, come on, I just want to use the HDMI thing so I can swap it out for whatever I'm playing. And there are so many great 2600 games that aren't a lot of money if you want to grab like the physical official one. Left controller, right controller. Well, used to go in there for player 1, so hopefully that's still the way it is. Guess it makes sense, you know. Man, this is just toggling these things is such a throwback. Game select, game select, game select, you know. And sometimes some of those earlier games like Space Invaders and stuff would be like, you know, have like 88 different games, so you have to like keep hitting the select button. I love the fact that they kept the black and white switch on here too, because you got to remember back in those days, you know, not every television was color at the time, so it could accommodate for black and white to make it so, you know, if it was like red, I'm sorry, maybe if it was like, you know, orange versus green, well, that looks pretty similar when it translates those colors to black and white. So they actually program these games to work in black and white as well. Of course, your power switch as well. Okay, I'm just gonna pop it in here. Let's start off with the this one here. This is the 10-in-1. This is the one that it comes with. If they're all up, that's Adventure. So that's good news for me. All right, so the way it is, just like this. Okay. I always thought that was weird because like the picture would face away from you, but it's like, well, this thing's facing towards me. The picture should be facing towards me, but it doesn't work that way. When you turn it on too, that little Atari logo right here glows. I mean, it's not going to be a very good representation when I turn the lights off, but there you go. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Love it. You can also, you can stretch the screen as needed on the fly too, which is kind of nice. So whatever you're doing, I'm just going to do the standard issue here, the 4:3 ratio. Move it around, hit the button, that's fine, but stage select 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. How great. I can beat the level 1 really easily here, so let me just do this really quick. Alright, super responsive. Oh man, this is... Get the sword. That arrow is a sword, it's supposed to be a sword. Go right on over here. Kill the dragon. I'll avoid him if I can. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, 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 boo. No! Hey, he's back. No, you don't. No, you don't. Boop, 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 boop. There's the bridge into here. Drop that there. Grab this. This game also features a difficulty 3. No, you don't. So everything's randomized. It's funny because I see all these Twitch streamers doing like Zelda randomized, Zelda 2 randomized. Mario World's randomized, and like this is like the original one. So cool. I love it. I love it. Can I toggle the switches while it's in play? Probably not. I can. What did I just do? So, and by doing that, it just goes to the next game. Oh, and then here's combat. Now, for combat, it's always a 2-player game. You need to have both players play combat. But there's so many different. There's like invisible tanks. There's ricochet bullets. There's the airplanes as well. I always thought this was the funny one. This one used to crack me up. This giant plane versus the 3 small ones. I don't know why I thought it was funny. It was just silly. Adventure, combat, dodge 'em, haunted house, maze craze. Oh, look, which one's maze craze? Up, up, down, up. It's almost like a little code. Up, up, down, up. This is another 2-player game. And with maze craze, when it would generate the maze, it would give you like this epileptic color splash that's hard to replicate, like in emulation. So for something like this, let's see if it'll show it. There it is. Yeah. Crazy. And then there's the screen stretched and everything. And then they have like some of them it's missing. Some of them are you have to avoid those too. Some of them are you have to like collect those. I don't know which ones are which. I think those were the collect ones. And the other ones may have been like to stun you. One of these I really liked was like the invisible wall. But if you hold reset, it just starts whatever that color thing is, like when it's loading. And then, again, 2-player mode. What a great sound. What a great sound. I love it. Let's put it on black and white mode. See? And then black and white mode. Isn't that fantastic? What a cool thing. I love it. All right, let's check out some of these other games while we're here. This is cool. I'm going to be streaming some of this on Twitch, so I'm going to keep this handy. Because I'm really looking forward to doing some old school Atari. Like, physical, proper. Here's Dragster. Let's check out Dragster. So this is an official game. This actually came out whenever it came out. This game is compatible with Atari 2600, 7800 as well. Uh-oh. Loading game failed. What do you mean loading game failed? It's Dragster. I mean, do we dare try a little open cart surgery on the game here? Let's try a little, here's the fluid side right here. That's what I need. Just a 1-up card, that's all I'm using. This was a used game from wherever. Vintage stock, V-stock is where I found this for cheap. So let's see if that did the job. Yay! The 1-up card wins again. I mean, it has been like 100 years since these games have last been played. All right, so I'm actually not super familiar with how to play this, but it's like you have to hold the button. Nope. Try this again. you can't go too far in the red, you know. Here's one called Space Jockey. Space Jockey, another game I picked up at V-Stock for $3.99. Whew. All right. Well, doesn't make me suck any less, but good old Space Jockey. Cool. Do we dare try the mystery game? Let's try the mystery game. Could be anything. Come on, Asteroids, Space Invaders. It's probably something like that. If it's E.T., I'll be happy because I literally like E.T. for the 2600. It's one of my favorites. I know most people bag on it, but I like it. The mystery game is Defender. Not bad. Yeah, certainly played me a whole lot of this when I was growing up too. You are defending Earth from the aliens. Come on. I had a little turbo controller for the Atari 2600 as well. So all I was just, you know, you could never see me because I kept flashing. All right. Well, pick up the thing. If I go down here, that's my bomb. So he's picking up the human, and then I have to pick him up, and I can drop it back down. Get the bonus points. Oh, look how many bonus points. Cool. Love me some Defender. All right, this one I'm curious about because I've heard that thanks to, there's so many people doing like new homebrews and stuff like that, that a lot of homebrews may or may not work. This is the John Hancock game. This is Retro Game Quest. I have a copy of Retro Game Quest starring John Hancock here. He does sell these at conventions, so when you see John at a convention, make sure you grab one from him. I'm sure there might be ways that you can also just buy one from him directly. Maybe he'll ship it to you. I'm not exactly sure. So let's see. I don't know if this is going to work or not. The way it's programmed, it could. Ah, fantastic. Retro Game Quest, John Hancock. Here we go. One player's fine. All right, so let's go look. Whoop, what was that? All right, I got the game. Whoa, what's going on here? Uh-oh. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, that's the creepy thing. Whew, back to here. All right, I'll take this one. That's my little propeller thingy. I don't know. This came with instructions. I'll have to check it out, but I think it looks really cool. I love it. How fun. Retro Game Quest, starring John Hancock. Fun. When we talk about special editions, this is Aquaventure. Aquaventure looks like this. Look how cool this is. This is also an official release. And, let me turn this off. Not only does the little light thing come on, but the top part lights up too, which I think is super awesome. There we go. Boop, 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 doo, 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 doo. You know, just playing some of this game here that I'm popping in. Let's check out Centipede for the 2600. I have this on a cart here. Centipede, 82, huh? Yeah. Of course, in the arcade, it uses the trackball. And this one plays just fine without it. Here's the classic in Space Invaders. That's right. Let me just scratch my eyeball for a second. I just like that you could like move around a little bit even though you're not playing the game yet. And then different levels of difficulty have different things to watch out for. Like shaky bullets or, you know, moving things, or, you know, sometimes your bullet can move when you move. And then the other good news is if you set the difficulty, can you set it on the fly like you can on the, yep, you can. So like the difficulty on this one makes it so you're bigger. Oh. The fact that something like this can even exist by today's standards, I think is super cool. Now, they could have just gone the, you know, the classic route. You know, it's like the mini Atari that has all the games built into it and all that too, but to play the physical cartridges, because they're still selling physical cartridges on their website, I think is super cool. And yes, Nintendo should have done that too. The NES Mini was fine. The NES Mini was class, you know, it was okay. But it was, you know, I would have liked the idea to play like physical cartridges on a Nintendo-made thing. But Nintendo didn't do it. Atari did. So maybe Atari does what Nintendo don't, huh? I don't know. If you grab one and you're new to Atari and not sure what to look out for, check out this video of some great games that you can play right now on the 2600. You know, some good recommendations for games I think are super cool. I'll be looking out for more Atari games at the next convention. It's going to be awesome.